Hey, second grade. Miss Shannon here to read our read aloud for today, Wolf, Wolf by John Rocco. Remember, our essential question for this week is, what can animals in stories teach us? Read a different version of the story of the boy who cried wolf. So you may have just finished our first reading assignment where I read the story, The Boy Who Cried Wolf, which was a fable, which means it was a fiction story that taught a lesson. This is another version of that same story, just with a little spin to it. This story is also a fable, which means we will be learning a lesson as we read this story too. As I read, be thinking about what lesson this story is trying to teach us. Also, be thinking about the problem in this story, what the steps are to the solution, and what the final solution is, because that has been our comprehension skill of the week, and tomorrow, on Friday, we will be working to identify the problem and solution in this story. So it's always okay to get a head start. Wolf, Wolf by John Rocco. The hungry old wolf was too slow to snatch birds and too stiff to chase rabbits, so he tried growing food in a small garden. Bah! Weeds everywhere! There are so many, I can't even find the vegetables, the old wolf growled, rubbing his empty stomach. As he yanked dandelions from where his carrots should have been, his ears began to twitch. Wow, second graders, already I'm noticing a difference between this story and The Boy Who Cried Wolf. This story is starting with the wolf instead of the boy. We might be hearing this story from the wolf's perspective instead of the boy's. Wolf! Wolf! The old wolf fumbled with his hearing aid. Who's calling me? I don't remember having any friends on this mountain. In fact, the old wolf didn't have any friends on any mountain. Well, maybe they have some food to share. A mere morsel would do, he said. His bones creaked and his joints cracked as he slowly made his way toward the voice. After a tiring climb and 2 stubbed toes, the old wolf came to a clearing. What's this? A boy? With goats? The old wolf drooled with excitement. Surely he can spare one for a hungry wolf. Before he could step into the meadow, a group of villagers came clambering up the hillside. The old wolf stayed behind the bamboo as the villagers surrounded the boy. Where's the wolf? A villager cried out, waving a stick. Did he take any goats? Another gasped. What wolf? The boy giggled. There is no wolf. We ran up this hill for nothing? The eldest wheezed. Call us only if you see a wolf, scolded another. The old wolf wasn't fond of angry villagers, especially ones with sticks, so he limped down to a nearby stream. Kids, humph, always playing tricks on old folks and old wolves. He groaned as he soaked his tired feet. Before long, the boy's cries came again. Wolf! Wolf! The wolf is taking the goats. Another wolf is taking those tasty goats? The old wolf couldn't stand the thought and quickly hobbled back to the meadow. Second graders, do you really think there is another wolf taking the goats? I don't think so either. The villagers were already there, huffing and puffing from running up the hill. Where is the wolf? Are the goats okay? The villagers gasped. What wolf? The boy laughed. From behind a tree, the old wolf watched the villagers stagger back down the hill. There's got to be a way to get one of those scrumptious goats from that trickster, he thought. Perhaps through a trick of my own. And I see us stop and check, second graders, to make a prediction. What do you think the wolf's trick will be? What do you think? Now the wolf is going to try to trick the boy into somehow giving him a goat. What do you think he will do? Let's read on to find out. The old wolf sat down to work out a plan and was soon snoring away and dreaming of mooshu goat and double goat dumplings. Wolf, wolf, the boy yelled out again. Hark, I can't even enjoy the goats in my dreams. That boy is worse than weeds. The old wolf growled. He stretched his aching legs and went to the meadow once more. Perfect, not a villager in sight. The old wolf slowly crept out toward the boy. The goat swiftly scattered to the far edge of the meadow. Were you calling me over for lunch? The old wolf grinned. Wolf, wolf, there is a wolf, the boy cried as he scrambled up a tree. Quit your yelling, said the wolf. Those villagers won't believe you anyway. But this time it's true. They have to believe me. You're a real wolf, and you're going to take the goats. The old wolf knew his legs were too tired to chase down goats. He carefully lowered himself onto a nearby rock and gazed up at the boy. His lips curled into a smile. The villagers are only going to believe you if you really are missing a goat. I can help you with that, he grinned. Just one goat? The boy leaned forward on the branch. I'm a picky eater. That plump one looks about right, but you have to bring it to me, because if I go over there, I might change my mind and grab them all. Bring it to you? The boy asked. On the other side of the mountain, the old wolf said. You'll find a small garden. Just tie it to the fence post there. And he started home. So see, second graders, he's trying to trick the boy into giving him a goat. Did you think that's what he was going to do? Think about your prediction that you made. Was it correct? And if it wasn't correct, how would you revise or change it? Let's keep going. The next morning, the old wolf was overjoyed to see the plump goat nibbling away in his garden. Good fortune at last, he said. Today I'll feast like an old wolf should. He rubbed his paws together. The wolf's mouth watered and his stomach grumbled as he crept up behind the goat. Suddenly, he noticed something remarkable. Second graders, what is the goat doing? He was nibbling away, and it looks like maybe he's eating some of the overgrown weeds. Everywhere he looked, there were ripe and juicy vegetables. Baby bok choy, beautiful eggplant, ready-to-pick carrots, and even his favorite, onions. The old wolf couldn't believe his eyes. Then he saw the goat happily eating the last few weeds. She saw him too, and froze in fear. You ate my weeds, the old wolf said. But why didn't you eat the vegetables? Sorry, I'm a picky eater, she said. Please don't eat me. The wolf looked at the plump goat and then at all the juicy vegetables and back at the goat again. He sighed. Don't be sorry. You did my work for me. What's one breakfast compared to delicious vegetables for the rest of my days? The wolf smiled as he untied the goat. I could use a friend like you. Plus, double goat dumplings are overrated anyways. Wow, second graders, that was a really fun take on our original story, The Boy Who Cried Wolf. I'm thinking about, I wonder what lesson this story taught us. In the end, the wolf could have just eaten the goat, but instead of having just food for one breakfast by eating the goat one time, instead, he's keeping the goat around so the goat will eat all of his weeds and help his garden grow. That way, he'll have food year-round, not just the one time to eat the goat. So now, the wolf and the goat are friends because they each are helping one another. What a great story. Thanks so much for listening to me. Hope you enjoyed it.